Okay, we can start now.
Okay.
So this course I will introduce xApp lifecycle management. So I'm Tori. So in previous course, we introduced the basic background of the xApp and the narrative. So the outline is the first I will introduce the what is the xApp lifecycle management. So second, I will introduce the flow in Rick platform and the practice of the lifecycle management in Rick platform. So final, I will show the example of the xApp lifecycle management. So first, so according to Oren WG3 spec Rick architecture version 2, or it defines the lifecycle management of the xApp. So lifecycle is the life to dev process. It's divided for parts: onboarding, deployment, and the resource management, and the termination. So first part is onboarding. So the platform will receive and store the xApp descriptor. So xApp descriptor is the information of the xApp to provide the platform. So second is the deployment. So deployment is the platform will retrieve xApp information from descriptor and deploy the xApp. So third is the resource management. So if the xApp is the running, so the platform will do control prevention the resource for xApp. So so the final part is the termination. When the xApp is no longer needed, the platform will terminate the running xApp and release its resource. So it's the lifecycle management of the xApp, the fourth part. So second part, I will introduce the flow. So I will introduce the DMS. So DMS tool is the deployment management service. So it's a useful tool. It can execute the command of the lifecycle, like the onboarding, deploy, or register. So the tool will notify the platform component to do some action as corresponding to the command. So first part is the onboard. So we can send the onboard command to DMS tool. So DMS tool receive the command. It can create the hem chart of the xApp to and store the hem chart to the hem repository. So it's the onboard part. So second part is the deploy. So we send the deploy command to DMS tool. So DMS can fetch the hem chart of the xApp from repository. So DMS tool do the hand install of the process to deploy the xApp. So xApp is the running. So next we need register to the platform component. So for the Go and the Python framework, provide the registration the function. So it can automatic to register to the platform component. But for the C++ framework, it doesn't provide the registration function. So we need to send the register message to the xApp manager. So xApp manager receive the register the message. So it can notify routing manager and the VSPA, told them to inform the xApp information. So final is the termination part. So we use the register message to xApp manager. So it can notify routing manager and the VSPA. So release the xApp resource. So final, we use the deploy command to DMS tool. DMS tool can delete the hem chart to repository. So final is the hem uninstall the xApp. So it's the flow of the xApp lifecycle management. So third part, I will introduce the command and the xApp lifecycle management. So preparation. So we need to set up the environment variable for DMS connection. So because the DMS tool will send the hem chart of the xApp to the hem repository. So chart million is the hem chart repository of the xApp. So we need connect the container. So do this command. So next, you can use the onboard command to the DMS tool, and the DMS tool create the hem chart and store to the chart million. So we need prepare the config file and the schema file. So the two files is the xApp configuration file. So this configuration file will provide the basic information of the xApp. So the platform component will use this to create hem chart and manage the xApp and create routing path. So the config includes the xApp name, version, and the container. So a container is the described information like the URL of the xApp image and the IMR path and so on. So maybe it's the xApp configuration. So next is the xApp deployment command. So you can use the command to deploy your xApp. So DMS tool receive the command. So it's fetch the hem chart of the xApp and do the hem install. So next is the registration. So you can post this content. So maybe it's when you use the C++ framework, you need use the command in the Go language and the Python. You don't need to do this. So the termination part is you can use this command to the register. So for all of the xApp, all of writing by C++ and the Go and the Python, you must use the command to deregister your xApp. So finally, you can deploy the xApp by using the command, and you need the following the xApp and the namespace. So finally, I will show the example from the Hello Go xApp. So first step, you need to set up the environment variable and onboard and install the hello world go xApp. So you can see the status is the running. So it's the xApp is running in your platform. So it's okay. So next, because the Go language xApp, you don't know you don't to do the register because it is Go language. It can automatic register to the platform, so it's okay. So if you don't need the xApp, you can deregister the xApp and undeploy. So you use the command. The platform will deploy the xApp and release its resource. So it's the life cycle management of the xApp. Anyone has a question?
Okay, thank you. Do you have any question? Tori, can you just have a message sequence chart? Can you use that to explain the example you just tell us, which comment is corresponding to which message?
Matrix.
You use an example, right?
Yes.
Next one. Yeah, you have this example.
Yes.
So you show us how to do this example for Hello World Go. Use this example to show us
Okay.
how everything works using the message sequence chart.
Okay.
So you can tell us where is Hello World and Hello World Go and which step is corresponding to what.
Okay.
有听懂吗？就用 Hello World 那个你刚最后的例子，因为这是你前面介绍的一个整个的流程，那你后面要告诉大家怎么做这件事情，你应该用这个例子，直接用刚刚那张图来介绍，告诉我们你现在做的每一个步骤正在做你前面那张图的哪一个地方。
Okay. So the first step, we use the onboard command to send the command to DMS tool. So it's received. So the DMS tool will create the hem chart and store in the hem repository. So next we can use the install command to send it to DMS tool. So DMS tool it can fetch the hem chart according the file name and the version and the namespace. So next, the DMS tool will deploy the xApp using the hem install. So the xApp is the deploy in the platform. So for the Hello World Go xApp, it can automatic register to the platform component. So it's the sys_a. So the xApp management receive it. Okay, so it's notify the routing manager and the BSPA. So it will. Okay, so it's the create the routing pace. So and the xApp manager will management the xApp. So you can see the xApp is the running status. So it's the deployment, the xApp, and the onboarding. So if you don't know if you need the xApp, you use the command deregister the logo xApp. So you send the command to the app manager. So you fill in the logo and the app name and the app instance name. So the app manager receive the command. It will notify app manager and the VSPA to remove the routing path and routing path of the xApp. So next, we use the deploy the command to deploy our logo xApp. So you follow the logo channel and the namespace. So DMS2 will receive it. You will delete the Hemtra from in hem repository. So and it do the hem uninstall. So the xApp will undeploy and release its resource. So it's the example for the logo. So anyone have the question?
Any other question? Okay, thank you, Tori. Thank you for your talk. Try to use consistent notation. Try to use the figure you show in advance to describe your example. 郑新明老师，学生有问题，请说好吗？
You can.
那你没有麦克风，你看是可不可以请你同学问，还是你要 key in 的？有没有问题？然后要问，可能要赶快打上来，不然我们全部在等你。洪玉芳，或者说其他同学。
你是说注册的那个步骤吗？就是
你在问的是哪一页？
你是说如果没有，等一下我重新 sharing 一下。你是说如果少了注册的手续，然后只有 deploy 而已吗？是这个意思？看不到 JPass。是 OK，就是如果没有向平台注册的话，就是它就routing就是 App Manager 就不会通知routing Manager 关于有这个 xApp 的存在，所以它的 routing path 就不会建立，所以所有的 component 就不知道有这个 xApp 的存在，所以它就无法进行跟其他 component 进行一些沟通的动作，然后送讯息，对。
所以 Tory 的结论是要按照规定的步骤去做，不能直接跳过。
对。
OK， 还有没有其他问题？那如果没问题，我们今天是不是就到这边？月环。
Hi. Sorry, can you share? Can you give me the permission?